Hey. As much as you want to get into it, just how is Sam Poulin doing? Just what were things like for him from your perspective in terms of just allowing him to get through his situation?
With Sam, out of respect to him, I think right now we're just happy he's here. And he's in a great spot. We're kind of looking forward with all that. He's a great kid. We're happy he's involved in all this, and he was fantastic out there today. So I'm sure he had a lot of fun, which is I think really important right now. So we're just kind of moving forward with all of it.
You had Owen Pickering at the end of this season. Just what did you see from him in that short kind of stint?
Yeah, I mean it's a heck of a jump going from juniors to the American League, but every day we saw progression, and he's got a lot of tools. I think one of the biggest things is he's playing against men all of a sudden, and he's doing a great job of getting physically ready for just advancing in his career. But yeah, just what we liked was each day there was a progression. He picked up a little bit something, got a little bit smarter, understood how to play against his competition, and it just shows kind of his hockey smarts, which is something we always value.
What parts of his game would you like to see progress in during the coming season?
Well, I think his calculator as far as his offensive, defensive risk, just because of the role that he's playing, with his junior team, he's got to do everything, which is great because he's exposed to all these different situations. And then when you start moving up the levels, your decision making has to be maybe a little bit more calculated. And I think he's understood that just from his short time with us. He's a real smart kid, student of the game. He's got a lot of tools, like I said. Obviously, the physical component is big. It's big for any 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old trying to move up the ranks. And like I said, he's working on that. And I think that in itself, because of his hockey smarts and his skill set, will help him progress.
Joel Blomqvist, I hope I said that right. He got in the one game for you last year. Just any impressions of him in that one game, as well as just being around the team in general?
Yeah, I mean, he played a game for us the prior season as well.
Yeah.
And we like his hockey sense for a goaltending. I mean, he's able to read plays and get there. There's a couple. He made some incredible backdoor saves for us, and we let up a lot of grade A's on him that game that he did play in Hartford. But he's big in the net. He can react quick to some plays that you think he's out, and all of a sudden, he's got a foot on it or a stick on it. And he's got a nice calm demeanor where he doesn't seem to get rattled at all. Kind of like feels real confident with him in the net. If he lets one in, you don't think there's going to be any type of falling off a cliff with it. You just think he'll probably stop the next one. So his mentality is strong.
The adjustment from Europe to North America is a common theme for forwards and D. Mm-hmm. Is there anything unique for goaltenders in that situation, like playing the puck around the board?
It's traffic, usually. I mean, usually there's just a lot more traffic in North America. Tighter, smaller rink, tighter confines. Pucks are getting in the net faster, bigger bodies are around the net. So you got to be able to battle and find the puck, battle for a second rebound. Their shots are coming from the wall and 6 feet closer than it would be in your native land. But that's usually what we find with the goalies coming over. That's the biggest one.
Sticking with goalies, what did you see from Taylor? Where do you think his game is at?
Did you see him out there today?
Yeah.
He looked awesome. He had a great season for us, and exceeded my personal expectations for him. He did get some opportunity due to injuries and different circumstance, and he was really able to take advantage of it. And he's just got to continue to work on his base and progress. And he looked great out there today. He made some unbelievable saves. His lateral quickness is astonishing. He's a big body, and he's got he's another goalie that has that kind of walks around with a bit of a swagger.
Do you attribute that improvement to a little bit of everything, or is there anything that really stepped out to you?
Yeah, I mean, our goalie coaches, Kane Tissy and Kyoto, they do a great job with our goaltending, and I think they're constantly in work. They work on his technique, and they're not trying to change him into some like cookie cutter goalie. They stick with his strengths and give him the confidence that he knows he's going to make a save. And he's a confident kid, like I said. And I think one of the main things is his fitness level has gotten better, so he can sustain the same type of explosiveness throughout a 60-minute game. Able to make those saves later, like he did today in the small area games we played late. The guys had a long day today, and he was still going post to post, no problem.
Ty Glover was in and out of your lineup. What did you see from him in his rookie year, and what does he need to do to become more of a full-time AHL player?
Yeah, he's got a ton of energy. He creates some real chaos out there. Works really hard. Really well liked by his teammates, and he goes to the net. I think with him, it's just continuing to progress his execution and raising the level of that, and really kind of defining his game and what he's doing to be successful and sticking to that, not veering and trying to be, a different type of player than what's going to help him be his best. So yeah, he made a lot of steps. He might have been a most improved player throughout the season, but he's got a lot of raw skills. Just need to be kind of molded a bit.
Circling back to Sam and moving forward with him, what qualities does he have that allow him to potentially be a professional center? He started that transition later in his junior career, but
Yeah.
What allows him maybe to potentially fill that position for you guys?
Yeah, he's a moose. I mean, he can battle down low with anybody, and he wins those battles most of the time. So whether it's in the defensive end or the offensive end, down low, he's just really hard to play against. Can't get the puck from him, and then when he's defending, he defends hard, and that's one of the things with the center. He can defend as well as he does, and then he's able to get the puck and distribute and keep his feet moving. I think that's what we liked a lot about putting him in the middle of the ice. Is just he's a competitor, and there's not too many guys. Like as a young player in the American League, I haven't seen too many guys hang on to a puck as long as he has below the dots with big guys on him. So we really liked that, and then how he defends, his commitment to it.
Just some early impressions of Braden and first time seeing him.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, I don't have a ton. It's one session. We had the skating session yesterday where I watched. You could see some of the skill in the small games there, but there's so many bodies out there right now. I think just talking to the scouts and everyone that drafted him is really excited to have a player of his caliber come into the organization, and it'll be a little bit longer before more than a 55-minute practice before I give you a full eval. But from what I could see early, just talented young kid who's really eager, and he's extremely happy to be in Pittsburgh.
What have your conversations with Kyle Dubas been like so far? I know he oversaw winners with the Toronto Marlies and even Newfoundland Growlers. What's he expect from the minor league teams to contribute to this organization?
Well, I think we're going to do our best to put together a highly competitive team. He's a little bit busy right now since I've been here. There's some other things going on too, so those conversations a lot of it's been filtered through Eric Heasley and Tom Kostopoulos and other guys in the organization. But I know what the ultimate the end goal looks like for us. But I think at this time there's some other irons in the fire. You had the draft coming up. There was the combine. There's the draft. There's free agency. So there's a lot going on.
Just a bit.
Yeah.